What's up, guys? It's your boy Barca Boy 103. Today we're gonna be doing the match preview for Intercity versus Barcelona in the Copa del Rey, the only trophy that we have won since I started this YouTube channel, and we have an opportunity to win it again. All it takes is 6 victories in the competition to be crowned Kings of Spain, to win the Kings Cup, and it will start for Barcelona with a trip away to Intercity, a 3rd division side in La Liga. Before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button down below. Let's try to get to 200 likes in this video. Be very much appreciated. And also, if you're new, make sure you subscribe down below if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Kickoff time for this match will be taking place at 9 p.m. local time, so regular kickoff time in the Copa del Rey, and this match will be taking place at the Estadio Jose Rico Perez Stadium, which is actually the home stadium of Hercules, which is a 2nd division team, and not Intercity. Intercity Stadium only holds about 3,000. They needed more seats. They went out searching. They asked Hercules. They said yes. The league approved it, so it will be taking place in the stadium, which holds around about, I think, 30,000 people, and it will be 100% a full stadium. And the referee for this match has also been confirmed. On the pitch, it will be Valentino Perez Gomez, and there is no VAR in the first round of the Copa del Rey. Let's now take a look at our opponents in Intercity. Of course, this will be the first time ever these two teams face off in competitive competition, or in any competition in general, so we are going off nothing basically. I think Intercity are a brand new football club as well. They've been developing over the past few years. I think Juan Fran, the Atletico Madrid legend, is either their president or a part owner or something like that. So that's something you probably didn't know about. So there you go. So let's take a look now at Intercity. Firstly, they are in the 3rd division in Group 2 of the La Liga division. Then they are currently sat in 16th place in the league. After playing 17 matches, they have 5 wins, 4 draws, and 8 losses with a total of 19 points. If you look at the last 5 games in the leagues, 3 draw, 1 win, and 1 loss. But if you look at who is the 9th in the league, it is of course the P team, Barcelona Athletic, where they did play this season. They played just before, or during the World Cup, should I say, and it was a 0-0 draw. So Rafa Marquez should have some reports and analysis on Intercity, which he can give to Xavi, which of course is a bonus for Barcelona for sure. Now, if you take a look at Intercity's last 5 matches in all competitions, in the last match they beat Miranda's 2-0. They lost some game, they beat another team, and you know, it makes no sense. I don't even know why I'm announcing it, but like, it is what it is. Here is the first game, they're 4-1 win. They typically played a 4-2-3-1 formation, but like, of course against the big teams it will change. We'll talk about that later on. Comfortable for them. I mean, you can't really analyze it, you can't really watch it. I really don't know what to say here. They lost 1-0. This was an away game. They went with the 3 at the back formation. I think they were trying to practice for the Copa del Rey. And if you take a look at their last match in all competition, it was a 2-0 win against Miranda's in the Copa del Rey, you know, playoff rounds. Now, this was their last game in all competition, and this match did take place on December the 20th. So Intercity have not played a competitive or just game in general in damn near 2 or 3 weeks. So that should be a huge advantage for Barcelona, of course. And in this match, they parked the bus, counterattack. They were at home. Miranda's, I believe, are a 2nd division team, so 1 division higher. So Miranda's are walking in as the favorites, with the underdog Intercity. They go on and win, and therefore qualify for the round 16 of the Copa del Rey, where they ended up during Barcelona. So overall, final thoughts on Intercity. They're your typical 3rd division side facing a top tier team in La Liga. What they're gonna do is very simple: park the bus, rely on the atmosphere they have at home, crappy pitch, you know, terrible conditions, and just pray. This is their manager, Gustavo Severo. He is not experienced whatsoever. He's basically coached in lower divisions throughout his whole entire life, and he has no experience at anywhere the top, mid, or low tier, top tier level whatsoever. In terms of players to look out for, there's absolutely no one that I've ever seen or heard before in my life, so I can't give you guys anything on that either. Of course, when you played teams in the past like Nestic and Linares and all those other stuff, there were always, you know, maybe 1 or 2 players you've actually maybe heard of, but in this team, absolutely nothing. So again, it's gonna be very simple for Intercity: park the bus, counterattack, and pray for the best, rely on the home atmosphere, crappy pitch. It's gonna be up to Barcelona to overcome those obstacles, but again, this should be a walk in the park for Barcelona. Let's now take a look at the squad list. The squad list for this match has been released and confirmed, and it is as follows: Ter Stegen, Bellerin, Araujo, Busquets, Dembele, Ansu Fati, Ferran Torres, Memphis Depay, Andres Christensen, Marcos Alonso, Jordi Alba, Kessie, Roberto, Frankie de Jong, Raphinha, Kounde, Eric Garcia, Inaki Peña, Alejandro Balde, Pablo Gavi, Pablo Torre, and Arnaud Tenas. So everyone's included. No B team players, no Elias Akumas, no Chadi Riyad, no Lamine Yamal, and also no Lewandowski and Pedri. They are both getting a full rest, won't be traveling whatsoever. I had the big game, of course, over the weekend against Atletico Madrid at the Wanda Metropolitano. Other than that, the whole entire first team squad is there. Disappointed not seeing any B team players for sure, especially in round 32 for the Copa Del Rey. But when the squad's fully fit and as stacked as this, you have to go in with makes do. So again, from the last squad list against Espanyol, just 2 changes: Lewandowski and Pedri out, fully rested for the match this weekend. And other than that, no other surprises. Time now to get into Xavi's press conference reaction. This press conference this morning, of course, he was asked a lot of questions from the media about player team updates, player fitness, about the starting game, about Barcelona's objective for the Copa del Rey as well, giving some big insights. Let's get and see what the manager had to say ahead of this match tomorrow in the Copa del Rey round of 32. That's by saying the first match in the Copa del Rey is always difficult. It's very difficult. We are the favorites, but we know that Intercity will not be an easy matchup. And then he was asked about the situation of Iñaki Peña. Now, this morning there were reports coming out saying that Iñaki Peña cannot play this match because he's a 23-year-old playing for the B team for Barcelona, and apparently there's a rule saying that if he wants to play, he has to be registered with the first team, so he can play La Liga, but he cannot play the Copa del Rey or even the Super Cup. But then we got more reports about Barcelona filing the right paperwork for Iñaki Peña to play tomorrow, and now we're pending the approval of those documents. Xavi was asked about Iñaki Peña. He said that, look, we believe that we've done everything possible so that he can play tomorrow, but if he doesn't, the big question is who will come in. Will it be Arnaud Tenas, the third choice goalkeeper, or will it be Marc-Andre ter Stegen? Xavi continues on by saying that the Copa del Rey is an objective for us. The league is the most important thing after being knocked out of the Champions League, but the Copa makes us very excited. It's very important and we want to win it. Lewandowski has played many minutes. It's good for him to rest, similar to Pedri. Very important games are coming up for us. We thought of presenting an appeal for Jordi Alba's second yellow card against Espanyol, but they told us that it was almost unfeasible, so ultimately there will not be an appeal from the club. The issue with Lewandowski is a tricky one for us, but also for our rivals who don't know if he can play or not. So again, we still don't know whether or not Lewandowski can play this weekend against Atletico Madrid. We are still pending the outcome of the court case. The challenge the other day was if we won, there would be a rest day, but since we didn't win, there was training. Unfortunately for the players, we have to improve in effectiveness. Robert is not always going to be clinical, so we need others. We are improving in strategy, also in shooting from outside the box. More players need to score. So again, he's asked about that on Lewandowski dependencia. I don't want any players from the team to leave. There won't be any business for us this window, it seems. On Memphis, I'm happy with him. He'll be important for us, and he's going to have minutes for the rest of the season. Araujo will start tomorrow. He's fine at 100%. He'll be important for us because the team will need him. There are 8 players at Intercity who have Barcelona pass or come in from La Masia or play for Barcelona B or whatever the case may be, and several of them are very talented as well. Then asked about Ansu Fati, saying that, look, Ansu Fati, he's had the most difficult thing to find a footballer, talent and goal. It's up to him and for us to make the difference, which I'm sure he's going to make. Pablo Torre is a player for the first team, and when he does not participate much here, we will try and play him for the reserve team, but tomorrow he'll be available. He's training well with us, and I'm very happy with his development. On the right hand side for right back spot, we do have Hector Bellerin as a natural option, but we also have various other options like Alejandro Balde, who's done well there, Roberto, Kounde, and maybe even Araujo sometimes. Then asked about a fitness update on Pablo Gavi. Of course, they go off in the last match against Espanyol injured. That Gavi is fine. He had a sandwich on his calf. I think that's just a mistranslation, thinking that means he has a strain on his calf. He couldn't run. He asked for a change, but it's pure passion, and now he's available for this match. At the moment, I'm happy with the group that we have, and I prefer that we not talk about other names or reinforcements. We have a great group, we are a family, and I'm happy with who we have. So again, that's basically Xavi confirming that this January transfer window, most likely no ins and no outs either. And lastly, Xavi concluded off by saying the cup is good in a single game and onto the ground of the weakest team. It's good for the spectators. There can be surprises, and I like the system of competition, but tomorrow you have to be very, very careful because you never know what happens. And that concluded Xavi's press conference reaction ahead of the match against Intercity tomorrow. Let's now get into the lineup prediction. We're going to start with the manager, of course, Xavi Hernandez. I'm going to try my best with this lineup. It will be very difficult to predict. Of course, we just come back from a World Cup break, so everyone's fully fit, ready to go. You can't play the first team, but we'll try to make, little rotation, medium rotation, or very high rotation, of course, with that big game against Atletico Madrid on Sunday. Don't want to risk any injuries. I think Xavi will go with this lineup on the screen right now. He'll go with Iñaki Peña in goal, a back four of Hector Bellerin, Eric Garcia, Marcos Alonso, and Alejandro Balde. Midfield three of Busquets, Kessie, and Pablo Torre, and a front three of Ferran Torres, Memphis Depay, and Ansu Fati. So I think he will go basically full rotation. Iñaki Peña in goal, of course. Back four, I think, will be Bellerin. Balde, of course. Jordi Alba can play this game, but Balde didn't play the last game. He needs to get, match sharp for the match against Atletico Madrid this weekend. Center back pairing is where I'm clueless. He could play Araujo. This is, a good game for him to get some minutes, but then again, the pitch will be very terrible. You want to risk that relapse? I wouldn't. He could play Kounde. Still don't know what's up with Eric Garcia, if there's some mind discomfort or not. He's always seems to be fit and in the squad list, all that sort of stuff. I don't know if he can play. So I think we could see Chadi Riyad. I don't know if Xavi will play him in this game. I think he'll definitely be on the bench. Will he start? I'm not quite too sure because, again, everyone's still coming back from World Cup action, all that sort of stuff. I think if Eric Garcia is fit, he'll go with Eric Garcia and Alonso, then maybe Kounde Araujo for Atletico Madrid. But I think the center back partnership is going to be the big question mark for this lineup. Midfield, I think, is set in stone. I think it will be Busquets, Kessie, and Pablo Torre. You want to rest Frankie de Jong, Gavi, and Pedri for the Atletico Madrid game. Busquets did not start, of course, on the weekend, so he can play. Kessie, 1000% going to be starting this match. I think he will give the nod to Pablo Torre. I would not be surprised if he started Pedri or Gavi in that position, but I think Pablo Torre at this current moment does deserve some minutes. Finding the front three, Ferran Torres, Memphis Depay, and Ansu Fati. I think Memphis, of course, 100% will start. I cannot see Lewandowski playing. But I think the wingers, it's open. He can play Dembele, he can play Raphinha, he can play Ferran or Ansu. I think Ansu is guaranteed. I'm questioning the other one. Will it be Ferran, Raphinha, or Dembele? I think we'll give Ferran some minutes ahead of the game against Atletico Madrid over the weekend. But yeah, this team definitely 100 billion% should be beating Intercity with no problems whatsoever. And that's not the thing that Xavi Hernandez will select for this match. But of course, let me know in the comments below what you think Xavi will go with. Now I'm going to show you guys my lineup, what I would do if I was a Barcelona coach. And I have made a few changes from the lineup that I think that Xavi will select. I have brought in Roberto for Busquets and Raphinha for Ferran Torres. Now firstly, I'll start with Raphinha. His performances in La Liga have been so poor to the point I would play him in this match out of spite. I would play him saying, you know what, you deserve to play it on a crap pitch like this after your performances over the past few weeks, but I'm begging you to perform well. Same with Ansu Fati as well. I would have Memphis, maybe and Ansu Fati interchanging a lot during this game. I still think on the left, Memphis is more comfortable in this system. I think as a pure number 9, pure striker or false 9, I don't think he'll fit in quite well, so I'll tell him to interchange. Pablo Torre 100%, Kessie 100%, and I would go with Roberto in that single pivot for two reasons. One, test him out, see if he can play there still and do a job there if we need cover. But two, for Busquets, I have him, in mind for those round 16 and quarterfinal games. I want to play him in those midweek games. We can rest, so over the weekend we can play Frankie de Jong. I would give him that minor rest. Back five is the same, although I would maybe consider picking Chadi Riyad, but again, Kounde, Araujo, Christensen, they all need minutes. They have been needing, some match sharpness. Balde 100%, even though Jordi Alba can play this game, and I would go with Bellerin at right back, and of course, Iñaki Peña in goal. And that's the lineup that I would select for this match, but of course, let me know in the comments below, would you rather pick my lineup or Xavi's lineup? Time now for my score prediction. What do I believe the result will be in this match? This should be absolutely nothing but a Barcelona victory. If we get knocked out, the media, and myself included, are gonna go in on the players and also Xavi as well. This is nothing but a win. I get it, the atmosphere, the pitch being away, but with our reserve team is still top tier. I think that reserve team that we're talking about in the Xavi's line prediction, that can get mid-table in La Liga 100%, and they can beat Intercity, who are a third division team, whether they're away team or not, whether it's Copa Del Rey Magic, I don't care. This is nothing but a victory, and I have gone Barcelona to win this match by 2-0. I think it will be tight, of course, in the stadium, 30,000 people. The pitch is going to be crappy, the referees going to be against us as per usual, so I've taken that as a factor, but should be nothing, and I mean nothing, but Barcelona victory, and I think that will be the case, and I have gone Barcelona win this match by 2-0, but of course, let me know your score predictions down in the comments below. So that was a match preview for Intercity versus Barcelona in the Copa del Rey. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and of course, leave me your thoughts down below in the comments on everything we discussed, but the main thing I want to firstly, of course, is your score prediction, and secondly, on those lineups. Firstly, would you rather pick my lineup or Xavi's lineup? What do you think Xavi would go with? What would you go if you were the manager? Leave me all your thoughts down below, and of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below as well if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the live watch along. Set the reminder on the screen and come and join me and watch the game with me. Follow Chef for the match by match reviews. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. This is probably one of the only trophies we can win this season, and we need to win it 100%. Like Xavi said at the beginning of the season, titles, 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 and this can definitely be one to add to Barcelona's cabinet. So nothing but the win, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care, and Forza Barca.